All right. What's up, Whale Man? How's it going, brother?
I am good. What about you, Steven?
Oh man, I'm doing good. We had that conversation with Dave and them from the Raindex and Cyclo team, and I'm just super excited to start experimenting with their tool and using it to its fullest potential. But what I just did is I got some leverage from Cyclo, and now I've got some Rat Flare and USDC for my leverage position, and I'd like to kind of start playing around with this guy.
Now go to two side, go down two sides dynamic spread.
Okay, and what is this?
So what you're going to be doing is that you set up a spread, and then you set up how much are you willing to take as a trade. So you can say that you have a 10% spread, and then that every time that you have a 5% profit, then you execute the trade.
Okay, got you.
So
Two sided.
then, right. So every time that the price hits, then that creates a 10% spread on that price to the up and to the down. And then it's keeping track of each buy and each sell. So you set up that whenever there's a 5% or 4%, whatever you want, then it executes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So then go down,
Gonna go with
press
flare.
flare. And then I see that you have deck screener up there. So right now, 59.57 for each dollar, you get 59.57 Raffler. Okay. So
Right
we'll
here.
come back to this. So scroll down on that page. Cool. And then you're going to copy, there's the content there. Yeah. So you're going to copy first. Yeah. First USDC.
USDC. Why USDC first?
I don't remember. It just depends on how you price things. It's fine. It's either way, it's fine. And then the second token to rotate, Raffler. So you make sure that you have USDC and Raffler.
Yep.
Yeah, you can tell there. Yeah, perfect. So fast exit USDC, press yes. So that means that if the parameters that you set up are met, then it's going to close all the like all the profits that you have done before. Like every trade, if it's good enough to close the position, then it does it. And then you lock in the spread that you made. So fast exit Raffler, press yes. All right. So the initial USDC per Rappler. So then you need to invert the chart
All right.
and scroll up. So that means that you are getting, no, you have to copy the one on the right 0.01678. Uh-huh. And then paste it. Cool. So how many Raffler do you have?
Let's see. We
Quite
have
3,500, I think. No?
yep,
Yeah.
3,500.
All right. So the max amount is how much flair do you want to offer in one single trade? So let's say the higher the number, maybe you will trade less. But then if the price keeps moving up, then you're going to be out of funds and then you're going to be fully converted into one asset and the other, and then you might miss out. So if you do
So
it too small, then if there's a big gap in price, you might miss it. So if you
wow.
have 3,500, I would do maybe 1,000 for the maximum.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking somewhere around there, 1,500, something like that.
Yeah, so then that at least gives you three good trades, almost four good trades. And the
Yeah.
minimum amount, maybe say 100.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
And then show advanced options. All right. So here, how much the strategy will move in a single trade. The larger numbers will capture larger price jumps, but trade less often. And smaller numbers will trade more often, but less defensive against large price jumps. So how I have it set up is, let me check. Where is it? Okay. So the max next trade, I have it at 1.05.
Oh, so you went for the highest.
Yeah. And I've been experimenting with 10. I mean, I feel like if we were like really volatile, maybe even 1.1 would be great. Because then
Really?
you can really capture, like right now you're capturing 5% of the trade. And that means that you have a 10% spread because it's gonna next time you
Five above and five below.
five up and five below. Exactly. So then the cost basis, I have it at 1.02. No,
And
you have to
what is
type
that?
you have to type it manually. Yeah.
And this is what?
So that means that every time you do a trade, the next time you have to have a 4% spread on that trade. So every time you can make 2%, you hit the trade. Does that make sense? So like if there's not a 2% gain on my last trade, it's not going to execute.
Right. So the first one checks for five and the next one checks for two.
So the thing is that every time you hit the price target, then you have that 10% spread. It goes five up and five down.
Uh-huh.
And then you hit a trade. And then on top of that trade, for let's say that you buy $10, like you sell Raffler for $10, then that $10 for the next trade to execute, it has to be 2% higher. So that means that every
Where
time you're
2%
trading,
higher.
you're making 2% of each trade. So you're going to trade less often, but in volatile markets, that would be better. So if you did smaller trades, you would be trading super often. But then if you have a large trade, you would be out of funds because it would be similar to getting converted out of in a liquidity pool. Like it works similar, but it's different. So I've been trying to figure out how to, like, if we start shooting up, how do I keep moving? And then you know how prices usually go up and then they go down. That down could allow me to buy some and then continue riding as the price move. And then with a different strategy, this could also work for like a bear market. So you could enter something similar, and then you could be buying back as you're going down.
Gotcha. So I mean, it's really, again, just correct me if I'm wrong, but for that strategy, you're looking at deploying several of these strategies, but linking them all to the same dollar amount.
Something
Would
like
that make
that.
sense?
I don't know. I'm still understand. Like now, I can feel comfortable enough that I can like set up a strategy, and it does what I intend to do. It's just that I haven't been using it enough time for me to really understand the dynamics and really understand like how to set up a better trade. So this you're copying the setup that I have.
Gotcha.
All right. So go down. All right. So this one I put up 8 hours. So what it does is that let's say that it shoots up 10%, and then after 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever, it halves. So now there's a 5% spread. So I
Mm.
set up an 8 hours, but maybe we could try 4 hours and see how different it behaves.
Yeah, let's do that. Like I'd like to see the variation there. Yeah,
Cool.
that makes sense. So what you're saying to make sure I understand is like it hits the price point, but if nothing happens in 4 hours, I'm saying, all right, let's cut that in half so we can try again.
Exactly. So same
Okay.
thing. The faster that it halves, the more you're gonna trade.
Like if it did it more, then I'm resetting it to zero faster.
Correct. Yeah. So like if we
Okay.
have a like you know how a few weeks ago we went from like 1.1 cents to 1.6, like you want to ride
Yeah.
that and keep selling over time, not just get rid of all your flare at that moment and then the price keeps going up. So I feel like at some point I'm going to run out of funds, but I think that at least this way I can keep trading the most. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And then the deposits amount, we're going to leave it in zero for now because we want to see the strat before we commit. Because if we messed up somewhere along the way, okay, go back. Let me check the price again, just to make sure, because that's the part where you can mess it up. There you go. So no, go back. Raindex. All right, there. So yeah, how many USDC you get per flare? So that's correct. So if it said wrap flare per USDC, then it would be the other way around.
Okay.
So yeah,
Gotcha.
if you sell one flare, you're gonna
I love how
get
they said decimals.
if you sell one flare, you're gonna get 0.016 USDC. Okay, so deploy.
Right. Deploy.
Yeah, that should be fine. Dismiss. And then orders.
Orders.
All right, so open that. No, that's copy. Yeah, just click. There you go. All right, so there, let me see. So USDC 0079, yeah, that works. And then Raffler USDC, you have 63 and 0.0156. All right, so then here, the top one where it says 0.0179, that's the price that we input. And then if you inverted it, it would
Wait,
be
wait, wait, wait.
55.
Where you at? 01.79. Where is that at?
There you go. There.
Oh, right there. Okay. Say that again now.
So the price that you're getting, how many USDC you're getting per wrap flare is 0.179.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And then
Gotcha.
if you invert it, that's 55 wrap flare that you get per USDC.
Gotcha.
And then on the way down, it's inverted. Okay. So
Yep.
now you're gonna press the on the where it says bridge USDC and wrap flare in the middle,
USDC.
next to up. There. Do the same thing for wrap flare.
I don't know why this is very difficult for me to really grasp.
Yeah, I'll give you a rundown in a minute.
Yeah, it's just gonna take time. Kind of like the wrangling protocol took forever, or no, the Cyclo one just really took a while for me to just comprehend. I can't. Yeah, everybody has.
All right.
All right.
So
Now,
that works. So then, okay. So just so you understand, the next trade, like you're gonna sell Rappler if you Rappler goes to 1.8 basically,
gotcha.
and then
And
you're
if you
gonna buy if it goes 1.567,
gotcha,
and then in 4 hours that price is gonna become like half.
gotcha.
It's
All
gonna
right.
be maybe 1.6, and then the other one is gonna be like one. Yeah, like 1.7 and then 1.6. I don't know exactly what's it gonna do, but something like that.
Yeah, that
And then
makes
let's
sense.
see let's see how it goes. Let's track
Yeah,
it after a while.
yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
All
Awesome.
right. All right, bro. See you soon.